Okay, I won't read it.
All right, let's rock and roll. Thank you for being here and, bearing with Anne and I as we get our breath and our thoughts together. It's so exciting to have you here because this is an exciting time and an exciting topic and an exciting product, that's for sure. And we are just so in love with this. So welcome to the Anne and Pat Show. And for those of you who don't know me, I'm just going to give a little quick introduction. So I am coming to you from Edmonton, Alberta, Canada, way up north. Sharon knows where I am. She's at the other part of the country where I used to live. And so before Isogenics, my life was really spent on the road, 3 weeks of every month as an international professional speaker. And, running from airport to airport, country to country, zone to zone, my little 5'1" body put on a lot of weight. And I was tired and it took a toll. And my trainer, Jeff Boris, introduced me to Isogenics. And I was one of those people who said, yeah, okay, as long as it's not, those stupid shakes and detox crap, then I'm open to it. He said, well, yes, it is, and you'll do it. Or quit complaining. Okay, fine. So I did. And I said to myself, I'm going to give this a week and I'll get my money back. So it had to be flexible, it had to be affordable, and it had to taste good because I'm French and I love food. And it met all the boxes. And I did drop the 45 pounds on this short frame. And that was 9 years ago. And I am a lover, I am a product of the products. And then what happened, as you can appreciate, COVID shut down my speaking business almost overnight. And so that's when Jeff reached out and said, all right, since you're grounded, you might as well join my team now and help other people because you have a great story. So I did, and here I am, and so grateful. And because that brought me into the world of Anne Barrante. And we haven't known each other long, but it's been a wonderful relationship, and I look forward to a long future with her, although I'm a lot older, so I'll probably die first, I don't know. Anyway, just saying. She's so young and vibrant and full of life. And let me give a formal introduction to Anne. So grateful that she's here and sharing her wisdom. She's a proud wife and mother of 3, and she came to Isogenics in 2012. Now, formerly, she worked as a clinical scientist. So opposite me, I'm telling you. And that's why I'm so intrigued by her wisdom, her expertise, her success. She holds certifications in personal training group fitness, laughter yoga, which I'm intrigued by, and holistic nutrition. We're in great hands here, people. She is, with Isogenics, a top income earner and leader. She's earned several awards, probably deserves many, many more as well. She loves the science behind the products. I love the results. I don't know anything about the science. That's the reason partnerships are so important. Anne is passionate about creating a community of women that want to feel and live better and to grow up to be just like me, because I'm about 20 years older than her. We want women to feel, live better, using Isogenics to create a better future for themselves and for the families and others. In the past 3 years, Anne has mentored over 1,000 women. Take that in. 1,000 women dealing with weight gain related to hormonal shifts. At age 57, she gets it. At age 73, I get it. And I'm so delighted we're here. And Anne, I'm turning it all over to you.
Awesome. Great. Thank you, Pat. Thank you, everybody, for being here, whether you're a guest, whether you're been with Isogenics for a hot minute. I've been here for 12 and a half years. And so welcome, welcome. I hope you get some information. It's going to get a little nerdy. So I don't think that you have to regurgitate any of this. I want you to understand the impact this can have on women of all ages. So, and also think about who this might help. And if I can help you in any way in the future, or Pat, just know that we collectively work together, right? And I really think this product and what we have really is going to make a significant, that's one of my favorite words, impact on women's health. So let me share my screen. We love the sharing screen part.
Yeah.
Wish I have, okay, here it is. It gets a little, oh, I'm going to decompress you guys here. Okay, perfect. All right, so here we are, right? Thrive through menopause and beyond. And here's the thing, this is not just for people that are in the menopausal age demographic. So we're going to talk a little bit about what Harmonia is and some of the amazing science behind it. So This information presented here is for educational purposes only. We do not claim to treat, cure, prevent, or diagnose disease. First of all, I want everybody to take a quick peek at this lovely little graph here, the menopause rating scale. I didn't even know there was such a scale. It actually is something that people use to evaluate where women are and then what perhaps they can do to feel better. So take a look at the symptoms here. Hot flashes. I'm not going to go through all of them. Sweating, heart discomfort, depressive mood, anxiety, bladder problems. I'm sure sleep is in there as well. So right now, just take a quick glance and maybe you'll find, oh, I have one, I have two, I have all, right? And I never really understood the impact that hormones have in a woman's body, especially as we transition through different stages and ages. Here comes Harmonia, which is a product that launched with Isagenix about a month ago. And so I'm really, really excited because it does offer multi-symptom relief. And I know the word menopause is in there, but right away, I want you to know that this is not just for women in that stage. It's for anyone over ages 18 and older, and you're going to see why. So again, we have cute Marcy in her bathrobe. Marcy's on the call as well. And the thing that got me excited is the stories, right? The science is profound, but the stories and the impact is amazing. So I'm going to play Marcy here. I actually screen recorded this.
Few nights, today is day 4 for me. So the last few nights, I have slept all the way through the night. And if you have slept with me and not like that, not sleeping with me like that, but if you have spent an evening with me, even a day, you would take note of how many times I have to go to the bathroom. I have a very, very small bladder. And the fact that I've been able to sleep all the way through the last 3 nights without getting up once to go to the bathroom is a flipping miracle. And I will tell you.
Okay, so that's Marcy, right? So she was really excited on Harmonia, sleeping better. That got me excited. So we're going to talk about Harmonia. We're going to deep dive into the ingredients. And so it is an herbal, hormone-free blend of herbs, okay? And it does a lot of good for the body. When I first heard of this, being a scientist, I wanted to really understand the ingredients. That's kind of how my brain works. And so I hope that you guys will really be excited when you hear about it too. So we're going to talk about the first ingredient, Estro 100. Which contains 3 plant extracts. We're going to jump right into them. So the first plant extract is the red angelica. And look at what it does, right? It goes for menstrual irregularities. So if you still have your cycle, it's good. And menstrual pain. And aside from its anti-inflammatory effect, it also has a positive effect on forgetfulness, insomnia, and anxiety. Hello, sign me up. Research stated that this plant was used in Korea 400 years ago and longer in China. Again, used for menstrual disorders and PMS. 200 years ago, this was added to tonics for nutrition, for blood, and for kidney health. This is why it's good for women of all ages. The next ingredient in Estro 100 is the silk plant. And I took some screenshots of some things I found. But what I love most is especially is known to strengthen bones and muscles. Also, toxicology is harmless, right? We want to use natural supports whenever possible. As women age, we tend to have a challenge with our bone density. That's why this excites me. Okay, the silk plant, right, reduce hot flashes and night sweats, improves sleep quality, relieves vaginal dryness, increase bone mineral density, provides protection against free radicals. This is so incredible for women's health. The next ingredient is fireweed. Again, I had never heard of these things. This is also in the Estro 100. Traditionally said to have an anti-inflammatory effect, analgesic effect, as well as regulating effect on the body temperature. So you're going to see some stories later on of a couple people that are sharing what they're experiencing. And one of them says her joints actually feel better. Everyone's going to experience something a little different. So again, we're all unique. So, each person might find that it helps them in some areas versus another area. Again, 1600s used to treat lower back pain, fractures, muscles, bone issues. That's why I get excited just about the Estro G as a natural support. Harmonia is even better. But before we go further, I want to explain about the estrogen activity. Because we're talking about hormones, one of the biggest concerns I had was, what if somebody can't have anything related to estrogen activity, right? Breast cancer, for instance, or any cancer, or maybe some other issue that I'm not aware of. And again, I'm not a doctor, but I decided to do a deep dive on the Estrogen 100, and I found that it does not have a significant effect on the estrogen receptor signaling, meaning it's not going to change your estrogen levels, okay? Harmonia treats the symptoms or helps balance the symptoms that we face without shifting hormone levels in the body. Okay, so no proliferation in human breast cancer cells. That's really, really important. So it also has bone metabolism, will support that without having an effect again on estrogen or follic stimulating hormone. That's a big deal. Okay, the other thing is if you are on hormone replacement therapy and you wanted to marry it with this supplement, that is absolutely safe to do so. Digging a little deeper, the beginning of the call, we talked about the MRS-11, which is that menopause rating scale. And so again, Estrogen 100 was studied and had a significant, right? The word is significant improvement in all 11 areas, from hot flashes, heart discomfort, sleep problems, anxiety, depressed moods, irritability, vaginal dryness, bladder problems, sexual problems, joint and muscular discomforts, and physical and mental exhaustion. There was a significant improvement in the vasomotor, urogenital, and psychological symptoms as early as 6 weeks, as well as 12 weeks. Okay, you definitely want to give this Harmonia a full 90-day try. Also shown to improve bladder problems, including urinary frequency at night, thank you very much, which is a common problem in women, especially postmenopausal. I think women of many ages. So that's again why I'm super excited about it. Want to go a little deep? Most of you probably have never heard of this, SERM, selective estrogen receptor modulator. Basically, that's a classification of medications that are given to people to help them perhaps lower their estrogen levels, right? Especially, I think of my friend Tammy. She taught me a lot about that during her breast cancer journey. And really what it does is it's going to help change the levels in the body, okay? We also have a SERM in our Harmonia, but it doesn't change the hormones in the body. It changes what the receptors are going to receive or how they're going to be kind of turned on or turned off, meaning that in breast tissue, you don't want a high level of estrogen. That's not a good place to have that going on. Same thing in your uterus, right? Or in other areas. But you want to make sure that whatever estrogen you do have in your body, the receptors are, quote, activated in your bones so that your bone density stays, healthy. So this is going to help support bone density with the activation of the selective estrogen receptor modulator. I hope that makes sense. Next ingredient, Safserine in our Harmonia. That is lovely. I think the word serene says it all. Healthy mood, balanced response to stress, reduce the severity of PMS. Again, this is for anybody over 18 years of age. Safserine is a patented saffron extract. Like it says right here, mood boosting, calming agent, also helps suppress the appetite naturally, supports the nervous system and stress, helps with a positive mental outlook. I think of PMS. That's what I think of when all the crazy hormone rage you get. This is excellent when paired with adaptogens. Again, here's another picture of it. We have our adaptogens in many of our products with Isagenix. Adaptogens help your body adapt to stress. Add the Harmonia in it. That is amazing. The next thing in our Harmonia, excuse me, is the Lactobacillus rhamnosus, GR1, and a Lactobacillus reuteri, RC14. Those are 2 strains of bacteria clinically tested and proven to have a significant impact on vaginal health, right? So as we age, as we change, as our hormones shift, we sometimes will come across more urinary tract infections, more yeast infections. And so these 2 forms of bacteria, again, with the abstract here from PubMed, are showing you that this is definitely something that can help women be, naturally supported to hopefully prevent that from happening, right? So some natural support. I was curious if we also still need to take our probiotic. If you're taking one, the answer would be yes. But this is something that does offer many benefits. So again, Harmonia, hormone-free, multi-symptom relief. It's going to just, it's not going to just address one thing. That's what makes it a home run. And again, perfectly stackable. What else are you using in your life right now to help you feel better? You can stack this along with it. It's safe, it's effective. And again, it does not contain phytoestrogens. It's amazing. This slide pretty much says the same thing, except down at the bottom. I love Isogenics, and I know so many of you are also proud of the fact that we have uncompromising quality standards. Rigorously third-party tested, both the finished product and the raw ingredients to assure safety and high quality. That is very, very important. Common questions: when will I start noticing the results? Some people notice them right away, some people after 30 days. Again, give it a full 90 days. Hormones are beastly, ladies. We have to be patient, right? Who can use it? Anyone over the age of 18. Actually, if you were put into menopause early because of surgery, you're also able to benefit from this. If you still get a period, can you still use this product? Absolutely. We had talked about that. And how do you take it? 2 capsules a day. And we're still learning the best time to take it. Some people take it before bed. Some people take it at lunch. Some people take it in the morning. Some people find it really calms them and they love taking it right before it. And others say it keeps them awake. So you have to play with that and feel when it's the best fit for you. Here's a little tracker we like, so you can definitely track your experience over 90 days to see how you're doing. Along with hormone shifts, we have to talk about it. Women are also frustrated with weight gain and belly fat, and that is where our 30-day system comes in. I think the Harmony with the 30-day is a home run again. You have our natural accelerator. You have our amazing high-quality protein shakes. We have magnesium support. We have nice detoxifier. Again, our adaptogens and some snacks. This is a definite incredible way to help you kickstart your health. I still use pretty much all those products, and it's been over 12 years. You may be asking, will any of this really work for me? There's Pat on the right, incredible transformation, 73, okay? I almost fell over when she told me that. There's my dear friend Marlena on the left, releasing 45 pounds after, I believe, being stuck for 19 years. There's myself on the left, trying to keep lean, keep strong, keep that muscle on. And there's our beautiful Marcy, right? Showing the changes in the belly fat, which is something we all kind of get hit with as our hormones shift. Isogenics definitely offers solutions. Kathy, and I believe this lady's name is Lisa, incredible stories, and there's many more. It's not about the weight. In my opinion, it's about the health, getting rid of that toxic visceral fat. Now we have symptom relief with Harmonia. Here's a couple of testimonials really quick. Slept like a baby, get up only once and go right back to sleep, and I see a massive improvement in my joint knee pain. These are right off the internet. Andrea takes hers 2 hours after her last meal. Sleeping through the night has dramatically improved. This one says, I take mine in the morning, gives me great focus, energy, and mood. Love it. And then Lynn talks about how she's having deeper sleep, which is incredible. So there's a lot of other benefits. I know for me, I'm not taking the covers on and off, and I'm also not going to the bathroom as frequently at night. Some people complain, or women complain, and I have such aches in my body. So that would be a recommendation here would be the Super Mix or Moringa. Google it for yourself, but Moringa is incredible for hormone balance related to menopause, has antioxidant properties. That's also going to help with hot flashes, night sweats, and mood swings. Can help with bone health, which is, again, is so important, blood sugar control, and reduces inflammation. And there's a lot of joint pain and other inflammatory issues with menopause. So this to me is a perfect thing I would stack with Harmonia. There's a savings for all of us, whether you're a current client, whether you're brand new. We have a lot of savings. Pat and I did not know this when we started to plan this call. So I made this graphic here as an example, but please get back to the person that was sharing this call with you so you can, work that out with them. Again, weight loss and symptom relief. This to me is a home run for sure. These are some other packages we offer. I definitely, again, highly recommend the Harmonia collection. So you have 90 days. Lastly, thank you for your time. Get in touch with who invited you here. The path to health starts with a healthy mind, a healthy heart, and a healthy body. So thank you so much, everybody.
Thank you, Anne. I was trying to keep up with the questions in the chat there, and we have a bit more time. One of the things I wanted to do, I was asked about the supplement itself, and what is it, a powder? Is it a capsule? Is it what? It is a capsule. Like that, take 2 at a time. And I heard Dr. Paul say for people who have difficulty swallowing, open it up, throw it in a shake, just get it in the body. So that's that. And yes, Anne and I were not aware of the special. It's a really awesome time to get this into your system. It is a powerful, amazing supplement. So let's take a few questions, Anne, if you're okay with that. We've got a bit of time here, so if you want to just raise your hand or take yourself off mute, let's go. There was a question about a husband and estrogen and taking this, and I can't remember who asked that. I don't have the answer. Anne probably will, so
I
come
was
on out.
asking.
Oh, great.
It's actually my brother. He has prostate cancer. It's throughout his whole body. So now he's on the estrogen shot and a daily to get his estrogen to 0. So he is getting 30 hot flashes a day. He's counted. And I'm wondering if this would help some of his symptoms.
Definitely run it by his doctor, but I do have another gentleman that is taking this for different reasons and he's finding success. I know we haven't talked about it in men, but I would definitely take it to his doctor because I bet you they would say yes, but yeah, and prayers for your brother. Sorry, Cecile.
Thanks.
You're welcome, honey.
Thanks, Anne. Anybody else? And just a reminder, we don't diagnose, treat, or cure anything. Just a disclaimer out there, as Anne said, check with your physician if need be. I'll tell you, I'm darn excited about this because as I shared on the call this morning, and again, I'm just going to be real open here, I get asked by my circle of friends who are age 70 plus, why would I want to take this? The reason I'm doing it is because I want a deep sleep. I haven't had a deep sleep in a few years. I'm in a new relationship after 16 years. And when you have somebody else in bed with you after 16 years, kind of hard to, adjust to the schedules. And some of you are nodding. It's like, you hear me, right? And so I haven't had a deep sleep. I've been taking this for a week. And this is my experience. I've been taking it for a week. And the other day, yesterday, I woke up and I thought, holy crap, I'm beginning to feel like me again. I've had some deep sleep. And my other friends, because we're close friends, have been asking about the intimate relationship after all these years. So yes, vaginal dryness was an issue. And so I have high expectations, that's all I can say, along with the collagen and along with a few other isogenic products. I am a product of the products. I know Alyssa is on this call. I saw her name pop up. She's Jeff's wife. They're my sponsors. I'm so grateful that they introduced this to me 9 years ago. It has been a game changer. I'm going to my grave with all of this in my body, and it won't be anytime soon. Anybody else? Questions?
I want to say one thing that makes me think, thank you, Pat, for that. It's as far as bone mineral density, study showed a significant improvement in that. It takes a year. That's why this is a long-term product, right? I touched on this in the last call, just off the cuff, like that's really important. A lot of women don't understand why they're doing everything right and losing bone density. So this is something that's going to help. And again, I'm just going to say, if you do have that issue, you also need to look at your gut because your gut acidity is probably too low and you're not absorbing your minerals. That's a side note there. So I really love this product. I think it's a game changer for women in so many ways.
I agree with you. I mean, I could just line up all the products I'm taking that have contributed. I've had the best bone density in years. And, I attribute that also to the collagen, AMP Repair, the nutrition system. I'm just so grateful. My body is a walking billboard.
So
there was, I just saw a question about the studies. Let me just pull
then,
that up.
so the studies that I am referencing are actually, are they ongoing with isogenics? I'm going to say I don't know. The studies that I looked at, those were studies outside of Isogenics. So a little thing you might not know about me is I trust Isogenics implicitly, but every time Isogenics comes out with a product, I always do research outside of Isogenics. I really feel that that builds my belief. I do have the utmost trust in the company. I didn't when I started. So those studies are from the Estro G100. Estro G100 is also already on the marketplace as a standalone supplement. That's why the Safserine and the 2 strains of bacteria make this such an incredible product. And if you did a product comparison, which I've done, you are not going to find the same quality and the same amount of vast support from one product out there. There are 2 on the market that are kind of comparable. I didn't research them. Their price point is higher. And I don't know if they have the standards that Isogenics has, to be quite honest. And maybe they do, you know, we never want to bash a product, but we want to be confident in what we have. So tonight, I hope this has made you feel confident in this product. Really confident, like, yes, we're going to share this. We're going to help women, right?
Yeah.
Talk to your friends about it. Maybe we'll do some more calls. If this helps you, I want to know. All right.
Yes, and I did get that question throughout the day. Would we consider doing more calls, Anne? Because over the next month, 2 months, 3 months, as women are having different experiences, yes, more calls. Yeah, well, listen, Anne and I aren't going anywhere, so, and we are committed to this, so we'll have a conversation about that. Again, get back to the person who invited you to stay on top of it. We're not going to be necessarily blitzing this in Isogenics Business or anywhere. If you want the link to the recording as well, get back to either Anne or I for the recording. I'll have that available tomorrow. And there was one other question about side effects. Yeah.
I saw the question about age 18.
Mm-hmm.
It's much like adaptogens, right? If you're familiar with our Ionex Supreme, I believe it's age 18, because when you're under age 18, you want your hormones to be, even though this doesn't affect hormone levels, we want your body to kind of be unbalanced, right? Puberty, you're like all over the place. So we want to make sure we give the body time, and it hasn't been studied as well.
Yeah, and there was a question about side effects, headaches in particular, with people who are starting this.
There was.
Yeah,
So people are having headaches?
apparently.
So, okay, so this is brand new for all of us, right? What I have seen, and again, I am brand new. I didn't get this like too much sooner before anybody else. I just decided to do the research. I believe it might have something to do with blood pressure medication. Do not hold me to that, please. And so all I know is just like common sense. Stop the product, talk to your doctor, maybe take 1 a day, right? I have a client that was very nauseous. Okay. I said, uh-oh, you know. And so guess what? I said, move the time of day you're taking it, number 1.
Mm-hmm.
Take 1 pill a day. She's fine. She moved the time and she's great. So I haven't talked to her since. She's pretty high up in a business. So she, you know, is very hard for me to connect with, but she definitely said no more nauseous. So that's great.
And, you know, as we know, every body is different. Every body is different. And who knows who's taking whatever else and what's part of their life. So the other thing is then there is a private Facebook group for this, Harmonia. So you might want to get in there and monitor people commenting and sharing. So that's informative too. And again, stay tuned because like I said, Anne and I aren't going anywhere. We're hooked on this product. Again, time of day, I'm taking it at noon with my Ionics and my Natural Accelerator. Anne's taking it before bed. I'm going to try that as well. Play around with it. Like, who knows? Play around like anything new in our body. So, you know, on that note, postmenopause, super mix already, perfect. And again, as Anne shared, this is ideal coupled with, you want maximum or optimal results. Consider the Ionics, consider the nutrition system, consider the Happy Mix, Super Mix. All of that is available. And there's a great sale on right now. You want to save money. Who doesn't? All right, on that happy note, we could go on and on, but we're not going to because it's getting late on the East Coast and I'm not having supper. I'm cleansing today. So this has been a great distraction. So thank you everyone for being here. And again, tell your friends, okay? Tell people to get this into their body. I'm on a mission, as Anne knows. My friends are dying. The friends in my age group are dying, or they're all getting body parts and diseases. And I'm on a mission to help people feel as great as I do. That's it, pure and simple. So let's share the wealth. Thank you, everybody. And again, thank you so much. I appreciate you and your wisdom so much. Thank you all. Stay tuned. We'll be back.
Thank you
Thank you,
so much.
everybody.
Great call.
Good
You're
night.
welcome. Our
Thank you.
pleasure. Welcome.
Thank you.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Amazing call, ladies.
Thank you. Raw and real,
Thank
that's
you so
us.
much. Good night.
Good night. And away we go.